Alright, John Oaks here from Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today in our showroom we're going to go over our newest addition to our inventory. This very nice 1967 Chevrolet Camaro. Done here like an SS350. We're going to go through this car as we do all of our cars. I'm going to take you the whole way around this car, inside of it, in the trunk, and under the hood to go over all the drive line and all the accessories and so forth as well. So starting with the color, obviously you can see very popular black exterior here with the red stripes up over the hood and back over the trunk lid on this car. Now, as I've been saying with a lot of our cars as of recently, all of the bright work here, the bumpers, the wheel lip moldings, rocker trim, mirrors, drip rail moldings, all of that stuff, all of the bright work, all of the trim on all of these cars are usually really nice. No exceptions here at all. The bumpers, there's no pitting on the chrome. All of your wheel lip moldings are nice and straight, polished up very well. Same thing with the drip rail moldings and the rocker moldings on this car. Everything is very nice. You can also see the SS emblems here on the front of our fenders. We've also got the Camaro and the 350 emblems here on the back sides of those front fenders. As we come back here along the side of the car, we'll see our mirrors here. Again, we've got both driver and passenger side mirrors. Chrome is in great shape. Glass on these mirrors, same thing, in great shape. You can see the glass here on the driver's side. No chips, no cracks, no scratches really to speak of on these windows. Even your wing window here. All of your molding and trim around those windows, all in great shape, and I've already mentioned those drip rail moldings. The other thing I always like to do is I'll run my finger through the rain gutter here just to make sure that that is nice and smooth, and it is. No bumps or anything to feel along that edge there. You can also see the door. You can see the gaps to the front side as well as the back side. Very uniform on this car. Elevations are a dead match when you look at the front fender and rear quarter panel along with the door. And of course, all the body lines are going to line up on this car. The chrome on the door handles in great shape too. We'll open our door up, take a look at the interior on this car. This has the all red vinyl interior, bucket seats up front. You've got all the seat belts here, factory dash, no cracks at all there. Your instrumentation, that is factory except for the aftermarket Tach that is column mounted, and you have 3 aftermarket gauges right below the radio. Those would be your water temperature, oil pressure, and your voltmeter gauges. Now this has the center console in it. It is a 4-speed car, and it has the shifter with the white Hurst shift ball on it there too. Now it's a Saginaw 4-speed transmission, shifts really good. You can see the wood grain steering wheel there with the Chevy bow tie emblem in the center for the horn button. Again, carpeting and so forth, all of that's in great shape. We'll take a look at it from the other side too. Now while I'm in here, I'm just going to grab our key so we can get in the trunk and show you that. But like I said, all of your, even your seals and your weather stripping all the way around on this car, those are in great shape. You don't see any rips or tears, no pieces missing out of them. They're not dry rotted, all nice and soft the whole way around. Those are going to seal up very well. And you can see the wheels and tires. These have been slightly upgraded too from what you would see as, you know, like a factory stock wheel. These are actually Cragar SS mags. These are the chrome steel 5-spoke wheels, 15-inch all the way around on this car. As far as the wheels and tires, these are BFGoodrich Radial TAs on all 4. Now the sizes are a little bit different though. Up front we've got 205/60 15s. On the back, bit of a little meatier tire here, a little bulkier tire. This is a 275/60 R15. Now if you look real close down here, you can see through those wheels and see that there's a very nice set of disc brakes on all 4 corners of this car. They are drilled and slotted rotors, so braking, especially the fact that they're power brakes, it's going to have awesome brakes on this car, brake response here. As far as the rear of the car here, now you can see the trunk. It does have that rear trunk spoiler. Again, you see those red stripes continuing on from the front of the car here. Again, your gaps and elevations on your trunk lid Very, very nice. Your rear window here, you can see all your trim around there too. All very nice as well. Down here on your tail panel, of course, you've got your tail lights, your lenses, those are in great shape. The bezels around those tail light lenses, those are in good condition too. Got the SS gas cap, and again, you've got that nice chrome rear bumper, no pitting at all on that. Let's go ahead and open our trunk up. So first thing you see that the key does work with the trunk. The latch works, hinges, and the spring all works since it's holding everything up on its own. The underside of the trunk all painted that nice shiny black, just the same as the exterior of the car. All of your trunk seals and weather strip, all very nice and soft, no rips or tears in anything. They meet right together in the center. It's going to seal up nice. You've always got your rubber bump stops up here too, that when you close it, it's going to sit on those and kind of cushion things and make sure everything stays nice and tight for you. Now inside the trunk, we've got a set of floor mats. We always elect to leave those out of the interior just so we can show you the condition of the carpeting inside. Got a nice trunk mat, and again, we can see from whenever we do the underside video, we'll show you how solid the trunk floors are. But again, trunks are nice and solid, one piece, no patching whatsoever. This thing's in excellent condition back here in the trunk, and you can see it's got the spare tire. So you got that just in case you would ever need it. Trunk shuts nice and easy. We'll come around to the passenger side now. Again, all the metal on this car is super straight also, and again, with a black car, it's very easy to see imperfections and so forth as you look down the side. Again, this thing is laser straight the whole way down the side. Again, more of all that bright work, again, you can just kind of take that in and see how nice it all looks. Again, your glass on the passenger side, no chips or cracks there. Chrome door handles in great shape, no pitting. All of your, like your rocker moldings and so forth, nice and straight also. Gaps on the back side of your passenger door, along with the gaps to the front side. Again, nice tight gaps, not too tight though. And again, everything is in alignment with everything else. So panel fitment is great. We'll open our door up on this side to take a look from the passenger side now. Again, all your seat upholstery, no rips, no tears. Your carpeting, no rips, tears, no fading. The dash pad itself, there's no cracks there. Everything on the interior of this car looks very, very good. And again, with the color combos, the black exterior, red stripes, they carried that red over into the interior. And again, very classy look on this car. As I said before, all your weather stripping, nice soft seals the whole way around. Even your doors, you got the weather stripping on those, and you've got the rubber little rubber bumpers here on your doors. Make sure that everything fits nice and snug. Door shuts nice and easy. Again, I said I always run my finger through that rain gutter there, nice and smooth up there too. Fender mounted antenna there. The matching badging here on the fenders, both the Camaro, the 350, and the SS emblems here. Now as we work our way around the front of the car, again, this is just your typical 67 front end, front grille assembly. You've got your standard headlights here. Those are glass lens sealed beam units. No chips, no cracks in those lenses. Got your marker lights up front here. Those are in good condition too. No cracks, no chips in any of those lenses either. Your grille for the 67, it's all intact. There's no breaks, no cracks in any of that. Of course, you've got the SS350 emblem right in the center. Nice chrome bumper, no pitting. And then all the way down below, we've got that front air dam to help kind of complete that whole aero look of the car. Now, as far as the hood goes, this is an all steel 2-inch Cowl induction hood. You can look at the gaps all the way around and you can see that the hood fitment on this car is great. Looks fantastic. As we come back to the windshield, no chips or cracks in the windshield either. All of your bright work, nicely polished up, nice and straight also, and a nice set of windshield wipers. Of course, you got the Chevrolet script emblem up here on the header panel as well. Now we'll go ahead and open our hood up. Let me find our latch. There it is. And when we go under the hood now, there's not going to be any disappointments here either. You can see the underside of the hood painted that nice shiny black, same as the exterior of the car. The engine compartment, as it should be, all black. Hinges and springs all functioning the way they should, holding that steel Cowl induction hood up. When it comes to the actual motor in this car, of course it's not the original numbers match motor. However, it is a 350 block that has been done up into a 383 stroker motor. It's going to be a good performing motor. It's going to give you plenty of horsepower. If you need that performance, you're going to have it. Plus, it's a streetable car too, very streetable. As you can look at it, it's been done up with a lot of flashy stuff here. You've got the chrome air cleaner on top. You've got a Holley, looks like a Street Avenger carburetor. That is a dual feed carburetor there. It's got upgraded ignition system. So you've got upgraded plug wires. These are Taylor, and those are, just trying to look for the size there. They're Speed Pro wires, 8mm plug wires. So that's going to help deliver a lot more spark, a lot better spark to the engine. It does have a Petronix Flamethrower coil on it also. And you can see the Edelbrock polished aluminum intake there. That's going to help deliver better fuel and air to that motor to help get that performance out of it a little more. Chrome air cleaner just to dress things up a little bit. You've got your stock style radiator with the shroud. It's got a flex light fan blade in it, so that's going to cut down a little bit on your air resistance when that's up and spinning. All your heater lines are hooked up and no leaks whatsoever. Radiator lines, same thing, no leaks at all there. Alright, so we have our 1967 Camaro up on the lift now, so we're going to go through the underside with you. Go over all the steering, the suspension, braking, the driveline, frame, floors, all of that stuff, just like we do all the time. So underneath here, as we're sitting here looking at this, it is actually in really nice condition here. You can see how well detailed up this is. Starting at the front for our suspension, of course, part of the frame here is your front cross member. This is what everything's going to bolt off of. Your upper and lower control arms, these are stock factory stamped steel components. All of your ball joints and the uppers and lowers on both sides, those are all in good shape, as well as all of your bushings here at your mounting locations. Those are all in good shape. Of course, your shocks and springs up front, all of those are in real nice condition as well. As far as your steering components, this is a power steering car. You see the tie rods, drag link, pitman arm, other tie rod. These are all straight components. All the ball joints are all in good shape. All the little rubber dust boot covers on those ball joints are all intact, and you can see that everything has been greased and maintained on a routine basis on the front end of this car. As far as the braking components, very nice setup here on this car. We've got power brakes. They are four-wheel disc brakes too, by the way, and all four are drilled and slotted rotors. So that's going to keep the heat down and keep your braking at a maximum for you. This thing is going to stop very, very well. As we slide in a little bit, we'll talk about the engine here and driveline. So this is a 350 cubic inch motor, obviously not a numbers match motor on this car, but it has been done into a stroker motor. So this will be your 383 stroker. Very strong, good running engine. As far as the transmission goes, this is a Saginaw 4-speed manual transmission. You can see it's got the aluminum bell housing. It does have the flywheel cover on the front of it, so that's going to help protect that flywheel. As far as the engine oil pan, transmission, and back at the rear seal where the slip yoke slides into, everything is all nice and dry on this, free from any leaks or drips. Transmission cross member, nice and straight here, and the mount for the tail shaft in good condition as well. Of course, we've got the balanced drive shaft to eliminate any kind of vibrations in that drive line. And then for the rear end, this is a GM 10-bolt rear. It is a POSI unit here in the third member assembly with a 350 gear ratio. Now for the rear suspension, this car has the multi-leaf rear suspension, just a set of, I believe these are KYB shocks on the back of the car here. Traction bars here too. That'll eliminate, any kind of wheel hop that you might have. But again, with the tires that's on this car, I don't think you're going to have a big problem with that. because as far as the wheels and tires go, they're 15-inch. These are chrome Cragar SS steel wheels with the spinner centers on them, all 15-inch. And then as far as the tire sizes, on the front we've got 205/60 R15s. On the back we've got a little meatier tire back here. It's a 275/60/15. Lots of tread back here, so you're going to get a lot of traction back here. Now, as I had mentioned, with those brakes being all four-wheel disc drilled slotted rotors, it does carry the emergency brake or parking brake option along with it, and that is all hooked up. You can see all the cables here all hooked up, and again, they are all functional as well. And then towards the back here, fuel tank, stock fuel tank for the Camaro. All of your straps and mounting hardware all in good condition here. All of your fuel lines and brake lines run right along the bottom of the car, right along the pinch welds here, which, by the way, nice and straight down both sides. Rocker panels, those are nice and straight, good and solid the whole way down the side of the car too. As far as your exhaust system, we've got the long tube headers here. Full dual exhaust all the way back here. You got a set of dual Flowmaster mufflers, as well as the correct style tailpipes that go up over top of the rear end, and then they exit out between your leaf spring and the rear quarter panel, just as they should on a Camaro. And the only other thing left to go over would be the frame and the floors. Of course, Camaro front subframe, that is all in good shape on this car, nice and square, good and straight. Body mount bushings and so forth, those are all in good condition too. As far as the floors go, the floors are in great shape, good and solid. I only see one spot where they may have replaced a floor pan, and again, they put the correct floor pan in it, and it has been, they did a nice job as far as the fitment here, and it is welded in here. So they did a correct job with it, and it looks very good. And then, like I said, all the way back through, even the trunk pan itself, that is good and solid the whole way back through the car. So that's it as far as underneath our Camaro. We're going to go ahead and lower this 67 down off the lift now, go underneath the hood, we'll fire that motor up.